So I'm Josh. I'm from Redcliffe Muscle and Kustom, and I also run Redcliffe Cruise nights. I'm an insurance specialist and a dad as well, and I also do a bit of fabrication and custom parts, especially for barrows and Pontiacs on the side as well. So cruise night started with me wanting to just go cruising with my mates, and I guess no one was really that committed to it. So I threw it up on Facebook and it just started from there. So completely organic, and it just shows if you have a pretty cool idea, throw it out there, and if it's that good of an idea, people will definitely jump on board and get involved, and we've definitely seen that with Redcliffe Cruise Night. And so obviously we've got a heap of merch, and I've already sold a heap of merch. We've got some really loyal followers and supporters, so we're really lucky in that respect. So I definitely want to come up with some new merch. I've got some pretty cool ideas I want to bring out this year. We definitely want to look at growing the events as well. Probably one thing I'm toying with is looking at maybe a Southside Cruise Night, or something a bit bigger where we look at, going to the Gold Coast or Sunny Coast, or, making it a bit bigger and a bit more of an event than a local cruise night. Cars are definitely a bit of a family thing, as they are with most people. My dad and granddad both sold cars. My dad raced cars and go-karts and all sorts of other things. So racing was in the family. It was pretty much finished up by the time I came along, and it's probably because kids cost a fortune. But it was something I've always been interested in, and my dad's always been watching V8 supercars or something on TV. So as a teen, I got into hot cars and Commodores, and my ex's stepdad had a really cool 32 Ford Coupe that was an absolute immaculate build, probably back in 2006, and that was the first time I got up close and personal with a really well-built rod, and I used to get under there and polish it for him, and he'd pay me. So that was where it really started. A lot of hot rodder magazines and stuff like that as well, a street machine like most people do. And from there, always wanted a hot car, couldn't really afford one, so had to build one. So that's where the Kingswood came along. That sat for probably 8 to 10 years nearly, until I was able to actually have the opportunity to get really stuck into it, get it on the road. But it's been a really slow burn, I guess you could say. I'm a big DIY guy, so along that way I've been doing a whole lot of learning and mechanical stuff myself, and pretty much to the point now where I'm building this barra conversion next door all by myself. So it's been a long journey, but I feel like we're only really getting started, to be honest. The Firebird, it was a bit of an interesting buy. Pretty much came out of FOMO. I was looking at the prices of V8 coupes going up, and I already couldn't afford a HG Monaro, which is what I kind of wanted at the time. So started checking out Facebook, and I didn't have a license at the time either. So I'm unlicensed from being naughty, and I had my HG, which had a Hot 186 in it, and I thought I still want a V8 coupe. So started checking out Facebook, and this dirty Firebird popped up on Facebook Marketplace. It was an absolute steal at the price it was, and I think it might have been mislabeled, which is why it hadn't sold yet. So got the missus to drive me down there. Got him to take me for a drive because I couldn't drive it, and made the deal on the day, and haven't really looked back since. It was quite a rough car when I bought it. Like, the center console was all cut up, and the engine was pretty unhealthy at that point. So it was, a lot of love went into it straight away, a lot of parts from the States straight away. And once it got nice and reliable, I took it to Lakeside and spun a bearing. So I drove it home knocking and absolutely destroyed the crank, which probably isn't a smart idea. So from there, we went full engine build. I was lucky I didn't have a kid at the time and had a bit of spare cash, so the motor came out, and a massive shipment from Summit Racing come from the States. I think I paid about $3,000 just in taxes on that. And we built a absolute monster of a motor, all forged, a lot of compression, aluminium heads, the whole works now. And obviously it's loud, it's lumpy, and it's fast, and that's exactly what it should be. From factory, there are 400, and I think they're about 160 to 180 horsepower at the crank. Very disappointing horsepower, and I was very disappointed when I first drove it. So it goes like it should now, and the way it should go, the way it looks. So absolute monster now, big tyres, and I love it. Yeah, so Muscle and Kustoms, I guess, is like more my personal brand than the event of Redcliffe Cruise Night. So it more encapsulates what I do as a car enthusiast and as a car builder. So there's a lot of fabrication. I've just started dipping my toes in performance parts. So started to provide heavy duty water pumps that I've upgraded for Ford barrows. There's a whole lot of barrow stuff that I've been bringing out due to necessity for my build, and while I've been able to do it, I've been able to scale it and help other people out with their builds. So looking at a lot of hot water pumps and a lot of just custom aluminium fabrication as well. So been selling a lot of rocker covers with weld-on bungs and that sort of thing. So pretty much anything that anyone needs modified, especially aluminium at the moment, I'm doing a lot on. And we've also got a lot more parts coming out for the barrow, like water pump block-offs and all that sort of stuff, because I've done a whole lot of work with CAD recently and designed a whole lot of parts that just need to be cut. So yeah, a lot of parts coming out, and it should be, I'm hoping to get 10 parts out by the end of the year on the website. So we're already at 2. So we're getting there already.
So what's your website?
www.muscleandkustom.com.au. You can pick up the merch, you can pick up all the parts, and also my new Pontiac hat for the people that are interested. So yeah, it's coming along and it's growing very regularly, which is good. The way I've learned a lot of my skills is through YouTube or just learning. I haven't had that many friends who were ahead of me in their skills in building cars and that sort of stuff, or even cars that I could go for a ride in and see if I liked it, or whether it's a blower car or a turbo and that sort of thing. So it's come out of necessity that I've had to build a lot of these things. I don't have the budget for a car to be built for me. So out of necessity, I've learned a lot of skills like TIG welding and fabrication, and especially exhaust fabrication is what I've been working on at the moment to get it done. That way I can do it all in-house. And it's been great learning it, because I've actually been able to share those skills with other people and help them out with their cars and their builds as well. So I have definitely been getting into YouTube lately. I've been dabbling in the shorter, more comedy clips I've had a bit of fun with, so I'm going to start doing a bit more long format stuff with YouTube. I've got 2 videos up so far and about 22 subscribers, so Muscle and Kustom at YouTube. Check me out. At the moment I've just got a barrow DIY video as well as a bit of a 3-minute funny video, but I do plan on having pretty much the rest of the barrow build on there, and there's going to be a whole lot of stuff that will be helpful for people who are doing conversions as well, because it is one of the first, it's probably the 3rd barrow in a HG that I know of this way anyway. So hopefully we can share some knowledge on the YouTube channel on how this barrow is getting built and help people out.